Welcome to video number 2. Hey, what's up? Matt Ackerson here, and welcome to video number 2 in the six-figure sales funnel training series. In video number 1, I taught you the true definition of a sales funnel and the opportunity it represents to save you time and to grow your sales and leads. We also learned about the 3 F's: foundation, follow-up, and fuel, for creating a sales funnel that covers all bases, top to bottom, and is going to work to maximize your results. Today, in this video, I'm going to teach you the critical components that you need for your sales funnel to convert at the foundation and follow-up levels. I'm going to get into specific tactics, and we're going to understand together the flow required for a funnel to work. Here's exactly what we're going to cover. Hey, Matt here, and welcome back. In this second video, we're getting down to business and getting our hands dirty. I've got a complete crash course lesson for you on how to create a solid foundation for your marketing funnel and how to automatically follow up to convert cold prospects into steaming hot leads who are eager to buy. Now, in this second video, I'm going to show you the funnel blueprint template that we use for both info product businesses and service-based business clients. This template is a visual diagram that explains how leads flow through the funnel and how all the pieces fit together. I'm also going to give you 3 cheap tools that save you literally hours of time and make it 10 times easier to create your first automated marketing funnel. In fact, the third tool that I'm going to share is actually the simplest, but it's also one of my favorites, so you'll see why in a bit. I'm also going to share with you the most overlooked step that struggling marketers and small business owners miss far too often. And I'm going to teach you the right way to compose a basic, working email follow-up sequence that drives people to take action to buy from you. Lastly, we're going to talk about how to avoid the pitfall of creating an opt-in email offer that fails to convert. Now, if you haven't seen the previous video, I highly recommend you go back and watch it now, because what I'm teaching you today is going to build on top of those foundational ideas. This is what we call stacking the bricks. The link to video 1 is directly above the video on this page. Now, in today's video, I've created a mini crash course lesson for you that quickly shows you how to set up your key landing pages and email sequence and walks you through the flow of the funnel. This lesson will also give you the exact set of best practices that you need to drive prospects to take action without coming off as being pushy or spammy. And it explains why each part of the funnel on the whole works to drive conversions at every step. This way, you understand everything you need to get your basic sales and lead generation funnel up and running in a matter of hours or days without struggling to do it all by trial and error, copying and pasting every marketing trick that you may have read on some blog in an effort to stay afloat. Now, to be clear, there are many other advanced ninja tactics that you can pursue and that do work as part of my 6-figure sales funnel training. But in the interest of time, I can't cover all of them, so instead, I'm focusing on the ones that will have the most impact for you right now. This is part of my fast funnel system, which I've created to help you prioritize key actions while minimizing the time and effort before you start seeing results. Sound good? Cool. Now, before we get going, I want to be completely transparent with you. While it's true that I've been in sales as an entrepreneur since I was a teenager, and that I've been developing my digital marketing ability since the early days of Facebook, it's also true that Google consistently ranks AutoGrow and our article resources in the #1 spot, sending us tens of thousands of readers every single month and growing. We've also been featured in Inc. magazine, Forbes, the Washington Post, the Huffington Post, neilpatel.com, QuickSprout, and many others. Now, while all this is true, it's also true that we've built a 6-figure sales funnel 3 times now for our own business, cutting the time in half or more with each new funnel, and multiple times over across different markets for our clients, from answering service companies to karate schools, fitness, membership sites, and enterprise software. Now, while all of that is true, I cannot teach you how to build a 7-figure sales funnel. At least, not yet. Hopefully soon, but not yet. But a 6-figure sales funnel? Yeah, no problem. All right, so let's dive in. Here's the big mistake that marketers make before they even start to construct their funnel. This is so critical to creating a successful six-figure funnel that it would be wrong of me to start this lesson any other way. When you dodge this mistake, your conversions will be higher and you're going to feel more in control of your marketing destiny. The mistake is this: not knowing who your target prospect is because you refuse to pick a market niche. I made this mistake for years, actually. In multiple funnels that I created earlier in my career, I used to think that choosing a niche was small-minded or a foolish strategy. The service we were offering was specific enough, I figured, so the service or product would be the niche, right? Wrong. My refusal to pick a niche back then easily cost me and my company hundreds of thousands of dollars. See, when you pick a niche, you're giving yourself a target to aim at. This helps you across the board. For example, it makes your copy easier to write because you can picture your prospects sitting in front of you and simulate how they might react to the words. It also helps to clarify how and where you can attract them from in order to get them into your funnel in the first place. And you might think, as I did, that picking a niche would limit your grand vision that you have for your company's future. Or you might feel that by niching down to a specific market segment, you're pigeonholing yourself and that sales would decrease. Actually, the opposite is true because people across all markets want solutions to their problems that are specific to who they are or what kind of business they have. So actually, conversion rates go up when you do this. I'll talk a bit more about how to research and niche down to your target prospect in video 4. But for now, understand that choosing a niche will give you a clear target to aim at. This in turn helps you to grow faster and increases conversion rates because the copy and everything else will be more in line and reflective of who the person is that's actually in your funnel. You'll recall from video 1 that this is called the law of alignment. An example of choosing a bad niche: how about financial planning for dog lovers? No offense to the person whose business this is, but this isn't the greatest choice for a market niche because being a dog lover has little to do with what someone wants in a financial planner who's going to, help them build wealth for the long term. Because, it's nice that you like dogs, but hey, what's this have to do with me saving on my taxes and, building that wealth for the long term? Here's an example of a better niche. This one is actually from a current client. Lawrence Watkins, who has a very successful six-figure sales funnel, and his niche is an African American Speakers Bureau for universities and professional organizations. Lawrence's funnel for GreatBlackSpeakers.com has been super successful in dominating his market, in no small part thanks to his strategic niche market choice. Notice the formula for picking a niche is the service or product plus naming who it's actually for. This is a potential headline worth including in the sales copy for your upcoming landing page. Now that we know about the importance of picking a market niche, let's take a look at our funnel blueprint. Before I show it to you, I want you to know I did something a little special. I realize most people watching this fall into one of two camps. You're selling either professional services or info products. And rather than trying to squeeze all the ideas for those business types into one fat, oversized funnel diagram, I decided that what you care about is time and making sure that my strategies are super relevant to you. Given the choice, you'd probably say, Matt, just tell me what I specifically need to do for my type of business to get results fast. So in the spirit of that, I'll show you both types of funnel blueprints, and I've also included a link below this video where you can download a PDF to each of these diagrams. Some of the most successful sales funnels are both a hybrid of done-for-you services and info products, but if you're just starting out, pick one and move forward. Now, info products, this will take a bit longer to create the product if you're starting from scratch, and also because the starting price point will be lower. Services, on the other hand, are faster to generate revenue, but can be more difficult to scale the operations as client sales grow. And I'll talk more about scaling a little bit later in this lesson, but generally there are pros and cons to each. So here are the blueprints for both an info product business funnel and a service business funnel. Now, this may look a little complex, but I'm going to break it down into easy bite-sized chunks for you. Now, the lead generation funnel is a bit simpler by design, but in the interest of time, let's look at the info product funnel first, since it has all of the same best practices as the service funnel, and will also reveal some hidden tactics. First, notice how each element is tagged with a red, yellow, and green circle with 1, 2, or 3 inside the circle. This represents the 3 F's funnel framework, also from video 1, meaning foundation, follow-up, and fuel. Let's examine the top most important components that make the funnel work from top to bottom. There's a total of 5. The opt-in offer, aka lead magnet that converts and works to pre-qualify prospects. The email sequence, which you're going to learn how to craft the right way. The sales or service landing page. The exit intent pop-up. And the way retargeting ads are used as part of the smart upsell process. So the first thing is the opt-in offer. When a visitor enters your funnel, it's best to assume that you have one chance to convert them into an email subscriber, because on average, 70% of people who visit your site will visit only that once and never return. So you'll need an opt-in offer, better known as a lead magnet, usually in the form of a valuable, downloadable piece of content to give people a reason to join your email list. Pretty straightforward so far, right? But here's the huge trapdoor I see too many marketers falling into. And once again, it goes back to the law of alignment that we went over in video 1, where the copy must align with who the person is that you're trying to reach and convert. For example, nobody wants an ebook. Ebooks as lead magnets have been used forever. Almost no one reads them all the way through anyway, and it takes you way too much time to create an actual lengthy, in-depth ebook. It's really just not worth it. This is another one of those counterintuitive facts about creating a funnel that converts. For a lead magnet, simple, actionable checklists and templates actually convert the best. In other words, prospects are happy, or rather more than happy, to get a nugget of actionable value as a reason to join your email list. This illustrates the law of alignment because people prefer to make smaller, micro commitments as they step through your funnel, since we're all busy and we're all risk averse. In other words, they may not immediately trust you. So that bite-sized kind of nugget of value, it's easier for them to opt in to get that. It's a lower risk in terms of time. But here's the second critical part to creating an effective lead magnet offer. And here again is the law of alignment coming into play. You need to pick a topic for your lead magnet that is highly aligned with the product or service you'll soon be selling them. Because sure, you can create an old lead magnet in 30 minutes that converts and gets people onto your email list like a checklist, which will also convert better, but how is that valuable if those prospects are not also likely to buy from you? So here's an example. If my introductory offer was an online course on how to brew the perfect cup of coffee every time, then my lead magnet should be something like the 5 essential tools that you need to brew the perfect cup of coffee. Another example, if my company was selling a done-for-you landing page design service, the ideal lead magnet leading into this offer would be something like the 20-point perfect landing page checklist. And I'm going to recommend my favorite tool for delivering lead magnets to your subscribers coming up, so stay tuned for that. The next important component to making your funnel work from top to bottom is the email sequence. In my 6-figure sales funnel training program, this is not your typical follow-up sequence, and I'll show you how it's unique. The email sequence is a series of emails designed to nurture and drive the prospect to take action on a new or next level offer. The first mistake marketers make when it comes to creating an effective email sequence is, well, too many just don't do it, and this is terrible. Because email marketing is the most effective marketing channel out there, driving more than 2 times the amount of sales revenue compared to SEO, and 10 times that of social media, according to the Direct Marketing Association, or DMA. There are a number of other common mistakes, but I'll just list the top 3 and give you my simple email funnel formula for solving all 3 in one punch. Mistake number 1 is they don't follow up after the opt-in to add value or just to remind prospects of the lead magnet and how to apply it. Mistake number 2 is they don't set a proper frame for persuasion. Framing is a whole subject in itself, but all you need to know for now is that frame means, in this case, positioning yourself or your brand as a credible authority. In other words, you know what you're talking about because your solution has helped others to get a positive result. Mistake number 3 is marketers either fail to ask for the sale or aren't direct enough about it. It's good to be polite, but if you believe in the value of your product or service, you need to do what is within your power to cause the prospect to make a purchase decision. So you have to ask for the sale. So here is my super simple email funnel formula for overcoming all 3 pitfalls and driving qualified leads and sales. Ready? It's called the vacuum formula because, like an actual vacuum, this formula will help you suck up and convert leads. VAC in the word vacuum is an acronym, and it stands for value, that's email number 1, then authority, that's email 2, then call to action, email 3. In email 1, you're touching base, reminding them of the free resource you've already delivered, and reinforcing the value it provides and how they can apply it to get a positive result. In email 2, you feature a story-based case study of a client who your product or service helped. Talk about the before, then talk about the after or end result, and then the journey of how he or she got there. At the end, you can include a soft call to action for your offer, or use the opportunity to build anticipation for a special offer coming in the next email. In email 3, this is your hard sell, but you're not going to be overly salesy or pushy about it. The trick is striking the right balance in your tone between the urgency to make a decision and the importance of presenting and explaining the top benefits your offer will give them when they buy. Don't forget to include a link for people to click through to your sales page towards the bottom of the email. A quick example, when we plugged in the vacuum formula into the marketing funnel for PSS, a plastic surgery firm in California, leads rose by 15% month over month. And when it comes to quickly setting up an email funnel, here's a cheap email automation tool that I've used for years, and honestly, I can't recommend it highly enough. In fact, I'd say it's responsible for driving at least 50% of all our sales revenue. It's called ActiveCampaign, and unlike Infusionsoft, aka Confusionsoft, which locks you into a 6-month or longer contract, charges you $600 per month, and gives you features you'll never use, ActiveCampaign gives you all the power of Infusionsoft at a fraction of the price, starting at just $14 per month with a free trial as well. It's a great choice for the long term too, when you're ready to create a more advanced email funnel, which can tag contacts and segment prospects for more personalized follow-up based on their actions like opens or clicks. I'll tell you more about this advanced concept of smart funnels, personalization, and survey funnels that you can build with ActiveCampaign coming up in video 4. All right, so the third element in making your funnel work from top to bottom is your sales or service landing page. One of the biggest issues I see holding marketers and small businesses back is with the copy and design of their landing pages. For example, you want to avoid overly complex forms, basically anything longer than 4 fields unless it's a checkout form. Call to action buttons should be, shall we say, stupidly clear. In other words, you just can't miss them. And finally, you need to talk clearly in your copy. Don't try to be clever, just be clear about what the problem is that your offer addresses, talk about it in detail, then introduce and state the solution and elaborate on the top 3 benefits. The best tool I recommend for quickly stylizing and rolling out a high-converting landing page in a matter of minutes without hiring a designer or learning how to code or requiring you to have really any technical expertise at all would be Thrive Leads. With Thrive Leads, you can use their landing page templates and 2-step opt-in forms to create a professional design frame that will work for you to convert prospects in your funnel 24/7. Thrive Leads works with WordPress, and it starts at just $19 per month. If you want another option in case you're not on WordPress, use Lead Pages. It's another fantastic option and makes it even simpler to get up and running fast. Again, works with all websites, although the only downside is that their price points are a little bit higher at $79 per month, but still a great tool. Both tools are worth their weight in gold. They've helped us build and attract over 20,000 subscribers to our email list in record time, and both tools have features to help you automatically deliver your lead magnet instantly to prospects. Speaking of lead magnets and landing pages, this is also the perfect time to mention my other favorite tool to you, which is the Easy Pricing Tables plugin tool from Fat Cat Apps. The Easy Pricing Tables plugin makes it easy, no pun intended, to display 2 or more different pricing packages for your offers. This is incredibly valuable for both service funnels and info product funnels, but for different reasons. One is that for both types of businesses, multiple research and case studies have shown that when you offer 2 or more different pricing packages, the sales conversion rate goes up. In other words, more people buy. We've tested this at autogrow.co, and I can say from experience that it absolutely works. And why does it work? Because when you give people one choice, the decision is binary. It's a yes or a no. It's a 1 or a 0, and that's the focus. Do I want this or not? Instead, when multiple pricing packages are given, the conversion rate is higher because the question is more likely to be framed in the prospect's mind as which package is right for me, rather than it being a binary decision. The second reason pricing tables are important is that for service businesses in particular, when you package your services, it makes your offer look more presentable and with clearer expectations. This also makes your overall business model more scalable, and it works to better educate and qualify prospects before you get on the phone with them. In this way, prospects get a glimpse of pricing to know whether or not they can afford it. Most people just don't want to waste time, and getting on the phone expecting someone to try and sell them on something is not always a positive experience. By giving them pricing information, this benefits the prospect because they will know if they can afford your service. And this way, it benefits you because when the prospect gets on the phone with you, they are that much more qualified, and the time to close the sale is much shorter. Further, for a service business, you can place your pricing packages on a separate page and use it as a next level, if you will, lead magnet, wherein people have to opt in to get access to it. This way, you can track and follow up with those people who are more qualified in a way that is different than other email subscribers because they're deeper in your funnel. By opting in, they have shown direct interest in buying your service. Now on to key element number 4, the exit intent pop-up. The exit intent pop-up is a way to maximize the number of email subscribers you collect from your key landing pages. It only displays when a visitor is about to leave a page. On average, when using the exit intent pop-up within our own sales funnel, we saw a 59% increase in the number of email subscribers we were collecting daily. When we've used this within our clients' funnels, we've seen similar and better results. In the case of a popular B2B blog called crmswitch.com, we increased their conversion rates by over 113% in just 2 weeks. The tip to an effective high-converting pop-up is to reuse whatever lead magnet that's already converting the highest elsewhere in your funnel. As such, you'll want to test multiple offers to know for sure. This will make sure that you get the maximum number of conversions and that your funnel is working as hard as possible on every page every day to convert visitors into leads. A reliable formula for creating an effective lead magnet pop-up offer is the following. Want our, insert the resource name, for free, and then on the subheadline, learn how to insert benefit or end result that they want with or without benefit or pain point that they want to avoid. Note that Thrive Leads has a pop-up builder tool with loads of conversion-focused templates that you can choose from. Now by this point, I've given you 3 of my favorite time-saving tools for putting the meat on the skeleton and bringing your sales funnel to life via pop-ups, landing pages, and pricing tables. Keep an eye out for a special limited time bonus in video 4 where I'll show you how to get all 3 of these tools for free. It's good stuff. The 5th and final key element in building your sales funnel top to bottom is the way retargeting ads are used with smart upsells. This is a bit more subtle than the others, but it can mean the difference between an email subscriber who is worth $1 on average and one who is worth $3. To be a bit more blunt, it can mean the difference between comfortable profitability or just breaking even. So we're going to talk about the way retargeting ads are used with smart upsells. You can see here how there are different offer levels built into the funnel: an introductory offer, a core offer, and a profit maximizer. You don't need to worry about having all these on day one. It's sufficient to start with a core offer and then insert the other two later on. What is important to understand, though, is how the funnel is designed to continuously nurture the prospect towards the next level in the buyer-seller relationship. Moreover, the retargeting message shown at each level is relevant to wherever the customer last left off in their journey through the funnel. Further, by using a tool like ActiveCampaign, your subscribers are tagged when they make a purchase, so the funnel system knows to automatically pause and wait before proceeding to the next level. This way, you don't burn out the relationship with the prospect, but you still maximize the dollar value of the relationship with each new or repeat customer. It's subtle tricks like this that make my 6-figure sales funnel training unique, superior, and easy for you to follow. Now, there are 5 major objections worth addressing through your retargeting ads, as well as in your advanced email follow-up sequence. But we'll save that for video 4. So there you have it, the 5 main pieces of your basic working funnel. To recap, in this lesson, we tackled a common strategic mistake to avoid in choosing a niche market, which will decisively increase your conversion rates. I showed you the simple funnel blueprint template you can model to create a working funnel that sells your products or services, how you can create your first email follow-up sequence in under 60 minutes using the vacuum formula, and I also gave you my top 3 tools, ActiveCampaign, Thrive Leads, and Easy Pricing Tables, that can cut down the time needed to set up your landing pages and your first email follow-up sequence to something that you can accomplish in the span of a Sunday afternoon. In addition, I walked you through 2 simple ways that you can dramatically increase conversions with exit pop-ups and retargeting ads based on where a prospect is at in the funnel. Hopefully by now you are starting to see that to set up a successful sales funnel, you don't need to be a copywriting wizard, you don't need a ton of marketing experience, connections, or technical knowledge, and you certainly don't need to spend a lot of money either. The tools I've recommended cost less than $83 to get started, and you don't need to spend a lot of time. You can set up this basic funnel that I've given you here in the span of a few hours or less. There's really nothing magical going on here. The only thing that you truly do need, though, is to follow a proven system. There are a few other pieces I want to share with you as part of my 6-figure sales funnel training, but that's enough for today. Not too bad for a short little video, right? In the next video, I'm going to show you how to fuel your sales funnel with lots of fresh traffic, and I'll show you how to do it regardless of your ad budget. We'll also talk about how to decide whether content marketing or paid ads are right for you, and I'll cover the pros and cons of each, as well as which one I recommend that you start with. Lastly, I'll show you a simple way to track results so that you can make smart decisions as you grow and continue to build out your funnel. Now in the meantime, leave me a comment with your feedback below. Tell me what else you want to learn about generating leads and sales with your overall marketing funnel. I read all the responses, so thank you in advance. That's all from me, and I will see you in video 3.